All right, hello and welcome. This is Lucy the Bold, and I am in Enshrouded. Um, so I thought maybe people might be interested in how to do a somewhat circular roof. Um, because my home is inside of this old dead tree, I decided that I wanted to put like moss and bark on the roof. So I finally figured out how I wanted to do it, and now I'm just going around and filling in the gaps as I work my way up. Uh, Not really a special way to do this, so to speak, but the idea is, besides not falling off, is you want to have like every other corner piece, kind of like what I'm doing now, and then you just keep working your way up. So like this one's going to be here, here, here. I actually learned how to do this from watching one of Chisel Chip's builds. So when you get to a new row, then you're just doing 1, 1, 1, 1. Like this until you get to the top. Okay, and then we're going to come around on this side now. Oops, standing in my way. Alright, and if it looks funny, then what you do is you just go back in and you make the necessary alterations until you get it looking correctly. Okay, so because I've got something going on here, I think I need to have one there, one there. I'm glad that the rain doesn't make the roof slippery, because it's an awfully long way down to the ground. And falling would not be pleasant. So basically what you're trying to do is make each one of these corners line up with the one below it. So like I'm going to have one there, there. Yay, it stopped raining in my game. It's funny, I've got rain set to rare. And it is far from being rare. I don't want to just turn it off though, because I do like it. It gives the game a more realistic look. And since I'm just using a regular stone, I mean, I got lots of stone. And then once you get your mistake fixed, it's a lot easier Let me go to first person view. The only reason why I don't like first person view when I'm up this high is the potential for falling to my death. Because I don't know where her feet are at. And then you just simply come back through and fix the boo-boos. I think Bob Ross said it well, that they're just happy mistakes. Yep, happy little accidents. And then you can actually trim off your excess. But when you start a new row, then you'll add one, do that, and then you can, whoops, then you can do that. Now, I am actually hoping that this will count as a roof, because apparently the hirelings, for whatever dumb reason, seem to think that they have to have a roof in the house. Now, the reason why my place is not perfectly round, oh boy, is because of the way I have it set. In other words, the way that I'm creating my home. So I wanted to be able to have windows, facing outwards on a couple of the open sides. So I have, these sides are going to be wider than these sides because of the tree, if that makes any sense. So it's not going to be a perfectly round roof. And then once you get the corners meshed up, then you can use the stairs. My spouse is also really good at doing this because she's got her sports stadium place, and it's it's massive, and one of the parts of it, oops, has the stair stepping, and I could use for the long parts, I could use this, you know, or I could use the stairs. Like that, because that'll help. And then just simply turn X on. Oh crud, come on. Well, I guess I gotta turn X off. There we go. And then I'll just simply go back later and trim up any imperfections. Like that. So this part of the corner and then that corner over there are going to be odd looking. But I think when I get the bark and stuff on it, I think it'll be fine. Okay, so that side's ready. And then my plan is to take this up to a steep point. And I probably, oh, yeah, I'll fill that in with bark from the tree, but I'm thinking I probably should make, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get back up here. Maybe I'll have to leave a hole up here and then use another ladder to get inside. Yeah, I think that's what I'll end up doing. And then what I'll do is on some of this, I'll just simply trim it up. Something. And then if I get too carried away, I can always replace it. I mean, this is going to have a wall system in here, so it won't be so bad. Yeah. what I did here was I used stairs. Well, I attempted to use the stairs on the corners, and it didn't work so well. Yeah, I think that's going to be good like that. Yeah, and you won't be able to see through it because there will be either mulch or roofing materials on it. I haven't really decided. Oops, yeah, got it turned around the wrong way. And then if you wanted to make it super steep, you can do that too. Give it kind of that elvish look to it, or gnome look, whatever you're going for. Okay, I actually need a platform in here now. I'll probably end up making a stairway system outside, going down to one of the balconies as a way to get back up and in here. Kind of playing around too with the idea of maybe making this as a place for like Crawley, the collector. You know, it's going to be big enough that you could have somebody up here. I was trying to think of who I would put up here that I don't utilize a lot of. Alright, I think that's looking good, and then I'll go outside here. Well, I just about jumped right off the edge. This is one of the things I like about this game, is the building techniques are very forgiving. I mean, you just simply remove what you don't want. Oh, why did I break that? Because I'm an idiot. And then if I do decide that I want it steeper, I can do so. Okay, I think like that, like that, like that, like that. Oops, got a big hole here. You know, I could always stick a trap door in here too. Up here at the very top. That might be kind of cool. As you can see, it can go really quickly once you get the hang of it. And it's something that I think everybody should try at some point, you know, if they wanted to. I mean, I could even go up like a couple more rows, you know, straight up and then put a, you know, point on it, or I can just keep doing it like what I'm doing right now. Okay, and let's see here. I am planning on putting the night up here, and I need to see how big it is. Okay, so it looks like I need to make this flat, and I'm going to stick two of them up here, side by side. This for a different type of look. Oops. Yeah, that'll be good. Let's fly over there and see what it looks like. Yeah, my city's coming along really nicely. I wish we had binoculars, so, you know, so you could zoom in and see what it looks like and stuff. Now that bridge, in case if I haven't mentioned it, is going to connect with this platform right in here. So basically what I'm going to do is, because that's out as far as it'll go, so the next time I increase the size of the flame shrine, then I'll be able to see how far over it'll come, and then that'll let me know where I need to put my flame shrine at over here, because I'm fairly certain I'm going to have two flame shrines. And then I'm still planning on, where's my bow? Because it's always easier to point at things when you have a bow on you. I'm still planning on putting a home coming out from there, going over to that branch for somebody as well. Because my what I'm doing now is I'm getting the hirelings and the assistants and everything else. So, you know, we have oh, I'm not close to my flame shrine. Okay, never mind. Let me go back over. I was wondering how come that wouldn't work. It won't work if you don't have a flame shrine. Okay, so currently I have all 5 of the assistants. Okay, so we have the blacksmith, the alchemist, the carpenter, the farmer, and the hunter. And then of course I have the farmer, the bard, the alchemist, the carpenter, Mi Yin, the New Year trader, the hunter, the collector, the blacksmith, and the barber. And then as far as survivors, so far I've got Robert, Gabriella, Hannah, Corey, Marianne, Oscar Godwin, and Ramon Jones. So I still have a few to get, because there is I got one more survivor to go find, and then I'll have everybody. Yeah, one more. Oh, what she got that's new? Oh, glow soup. Okay. Oh, chitin powder. That's how you do that. It's chitin powder and shroud sand. Okay. I need to do that. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, alright, it's almost done. Then I'll make some of that stuff. It looks like I got another one in here. Bone meal. Okay, bones. Alright. Because I want to be able to grow the really odd, that creature thingy that slaps you around when you're out in in the shroud. So this is my kitchen, or Emily's kitchen. She's my primary cook. She's always my cook. No matter what world I have, who I have, she's always my cook. But, you know, I got my skillets, my frying pans, you know, hanging up. Now, this one seems to have moved off of its, off of the wall. I mean, all the rest of them are attached. It's weird. And then I used a iron railing and put that down over the top of 2 of the small braziers. Okay. I did forget to put a brazier underneath the cook stove, or the cooking pot. I'll end up doing that. That way it looks like it's lit, and then I'll end up sticking one underneath the oven as well. And then we have the serving bar right here. And like I said, I went ahead and put some shelves down to make a countertop for the serving bar. And of course, once I get everybody out of here, then I can put the big table in here and stuff, you know. So everybody, no matter where they are, can come over here and eat and get coffee and, you know, cold water, stuff like that. And this is something that I have done, but I don't know if I like it. You know, initially I had brought it over 2 blocks this way and then came down, but it interferes with the opening to the kitchen. Now I could make the kitchen wall come over smaller, you know, because most doorways are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could bring the wall out to there. Like that, and then that would give me 2 blocks down, but you know, you have to be able to get up there, so I have to have something. And the ladders, unfortunately, you cannot use XYZ on a ladder. So either I place the ladder coming straight down here to the ground, which I guess is also a possibility, or, you know, I could put it on, just take this whole landing out and put the ladder over there on that side and then climb up the ladder instead of walking up the stair steps. And then, of course, this will have these chests in it all the way over. So yeah, it'll be all full with chests. And then I ended up moving Valerie into this room, my bard, and I keep closing that door and then it opens up. I am going to go ahead and leave the wood from the tree in here because I still want it to look like it's part of the tree. You know, that's important to me. You know, and then upstairs now. Okay, this is my room, or my living quarters. Alright. Whoa. Got a hole there. That's bizarre. So I gotta fill in this window, that window, those windows over there, that window over there. And still gotta get an end table in here. I mean, I got my comfort level up to 101 now. As I mentioned once before, 105 is max, with the exception of when you're playing your musical instrument, and then it will go up to 108, but as soon as you stop, then it stops. I need to push this wall back, the bark back just a little bit, but I'm debating. I may leave that here. I'm not sure. Alright, so then this is my bedroom that I have, and then I'll have a desk and I'll have storage shelves that I'll build in over that way, you know, and then I don't know, maybe some mannequins or something over here. Alright, and then this is going to be a sitting area for, you know, like, I'll put a sofa here, and for like reading books and just looking outside. This is the upstairs bathroom. I'm loving the starlight block because you don't really have to put lighting in. I mean, I have a light over the sink, and then I'm going to stick a mirror in over here. Got a lot of decorating to do. And then this is Emily's bed, and I got to get furnishings for her. And then currently this goes up to the next floor. That goes up to the attic that I just enclosed. I just built all of this today. I'll end up, oh boy, it's dark in here. Let me get my torch out. I'll end up putting a bed in here, you know, and I may even segment it off right here and put a doorway there and one there and turn it into 2 small bedrooms. And then this will be a bathroom, full functioning bathroom, and this will be another bedroom. And then I'll have this as kind of like a gathering room for anybody on this floor. This will either be a bedroom or a small kitchen. And then, of course, to get up to... Really? Oh, no. I can't because I've got this. I've got the blocking in up there. I have to take that out. But I want to, you know, the more I look at this, the more I'm thinking I'm going to open this up. Yeah, and I'll put. Let's do this now. Let's use a small wall. Is that going to be too high? See, I only want it to be a partial wall. And then, no, that one. And then break this out and then put an arch in. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then oops. I'm going to lose a little bit of floor space. I want to get all my planning done before I put any type of roofing on top of this stone. No. Oh, I think I did use the same, that one. Okay. Two. Yeah. All right. And then, of course, it's got to. Now this is going to be covered up to about here. Yeah. So let me get the proper size. Kind of like an attic hole. That should be plenty big. Doesn't need to be a very big opening because, you know, you're going to use the ladder to get up here. Yeah, 3 walls high. I think that's going to be about right. Yep. Oh, I'm using... Darn it all. I got stuck on the wrong building block. This is why I was saying it's forgiving. Because silliness will occur. And if it sticks through to the outside, I can very easily just knock it off when I go back outside. But this backside of the tree, I don't want to put a gabled window in because all you'd be seeing is bark. Okay. Oh, nuts. Yeah, let's see here. I think that looks pretty good like that. Now I just need to bring this wall out. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, no, that'll work. Yeah, like that. And then this will be plenty big for somebody to be up here. Something like this? Maybe. Okay, now comes the tricky part. Because I need to frame it in. We don't really have angles. Alright, so I need to put another stone there. Okay, so I've got one, two, four. I think that's gonna look right. And then we'll come down something like this. Is that right? And then, because it's going to have to connect. You know what? I am going to put up a platform. I got to come out first person view here. So I can see what I'm doing. There we go. That is off. How is it off? Yeah, that looks better. And then, because I want it to have windows, and then this. Like that. And then I'll put my roofing material on it. So that'll cover it up. I think I need to have a stone there. Okay. And for that to look like that, yeah, that lets a lot more light in, and then I can even yes, I can even raise the wall up higher. Of course, I'm using the wrong one again, because this is my window trim, and then I'd have to use the other stuff. Happy mistakes. I was fortunate. I grew up in the days of Bob Ross. Okay. And then I can even use the Starlight block in here to put it in a ceiling. Oops. Yeah, that looks good. And then I can take pillars up. There. There. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Like that. And then repeat the process over here. Oh, and if Sylvia Drea, if you are watching this video, I did watch yours where you had Chisel Chip on. I thought that was really impressive. I like your place. And thank you for the shout out. That was very kind. Yeah. And then I could even put moss in on the underside of this. You know, and I think what I'm going to do, wow, that, you could fall through that. Because it's me, I would fall. I'm thinking about putting the flowers up here. I don't know. Such decisions. You know, do I put grass up here? Do I put moss up here? Do I put tree bark up here? Anybody has any thoughts or suggestions on what I should put on the roof as roofing material, I would be all ears. Do what? The one that's etched in silver. Oh, it's a starlight block.
Oh, you asked about roofing material.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. You have to go look. Go to
Um,
a bench.
yeah, I will. I'll go to a bench.
You can do that.
Yeah. Oh, the tin block.
You're one of the newer
Yeah,
ones.
one of the new ones. Yeah. Yeah, that would look nice. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So, all right. Well, I think that'll do it for this episode. I got to get both of the statues up here. And I do have one of them on me right now. Uh, yeah, and then I'll put, or no, you know what? I think I'll just put one statue up here.
Or granite ornamental roof block.
The granite ornamental.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's, it's, it's that one right there.
Oh yeah.
Does the silver edging.
Yeah, yeah, because it does the silver edging to it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That, I think that would look nice. Yeah. Okay. They'll give it a little different type of a look to it. So, I wonder if I should fill in this center gap here. And then, no, I could. Could bring that out even further. We'll see what that looks like. So if I start sculpting this outward, like that, it'll give it a little bit more of a whimsical play to it. Yep, okay. That looks good. Yeah. Alright, that works. Yep. Alright, well, that's been it for this episode. Please hit like, please hit subscribe Follow me, please, on Twitch on Mondays and Fridays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. If there is another time that you would like to see episodes, please let me know. I'm still trying to figure out when to get the largest audience view. So, and I am open to doing them on the weekends too, but I want to make sure that I have enough followers uh, following me on Twitch to make it worthwhile to take the time on the weekends to do something like this. So let me know in the comments section. Thank you.